Episode 2, brother.
Episode 2.
Salute.
We let it get a little cold.
Yeah, one day I'm going to fuck with you so bad.
And put cocaine in it?
I mean, maybe. That'd be nice, because I've never actually done cocaine.
I think the foam would hide the cocaine.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't think you would see it, and I don't think you would taste it.
Oh, dude.
Splooger.
That's what I get for sipping on it.
But I was going to say just like mix some Baileys in there or something like that. You went straight for the hard stuff.
Yeah, well, if I'm going to do it, may as well do it, huh?
Put some black tar in there. For sure wouldn't see it.
Wouldn't see it because it's dark.
I'm going to call it my guy. What's his name?
Pablo.
No, dude. Blue Magic. You got to get Blue Magic.
Oh, Walter White?
No, dude.
His is blue. We've done this before.
We've
done this before, and I think that his crystal meth is what we're talking about.
What is this podcast about?
What do they even do? These idiots.
Before we really get into anything that we're actually going to talk about, I'm going to give you one more opportunity to get Blue Magic.
It's Blue Magic, and it's not my good friend Walter White from The Breaking Bad.
Nope.
Jesse. Blue Magic.
Dude, I can give you another line, but it's for sure going to give it.
Well, that doesn't make it fun. Blue Magic. Why'd you have to do this? So I just hit record. We just started.
You're the one that brought up cocaine.
Yeah, but you could have let me warm up first. I'm a second half kind of guy, not a first half. Actually, I got both wrong in the second half last time.
Yeah, you got. I feel like you got more than 2 wrong.
No, I think I got 2 wrong. I think it was just Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yep.
And
hard fail.
And Old School.
Did you ever yell at your parents for that?
No, I've seen the movie.
Well, they should have made you watch it more.
More often than I already did watch it.
Well, your brain wasn't.
My brain's not working right now, so I don't.
Listen, you blot that shit. This is $20,000 alpaca.
American Gangster. That's too easy.
I was embarrassed for you. Anyways, guys.
Drugs. Drugs are cool.
We'll give Pat a break.
Let's be honest. Some of the best movies and shows are about drugs.
Blow.
Never done them.
Never done Blow.
Yeah, I've never done any drugs though. But some of the best movies and shows are about drugs.
My mom is listening to this.
What are you trying to say?
I don't do drugs either.
I said I don't. You, by saying my mom is watching, made yourself guilty by association.
I really have never done drugs. Other than cannabis, which is now legal. So, that's it. Huh. But we know that I am not. My mom knows my story of the edible.
My mom and dad think that I'm a degenerate.
No, they don't.
I think my parents think I'm the bad child.
I think they think you're the outspoken child, but I don't think they think that you're like in your basement cooking meth.
No, for sure not.
But I kind of wish you were.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. No one would ever suspect me. I am.
You would be the best criminal.
The ultimate criminal. Yeah. I am the fastest man on earth, so no one's going to catch me if it's like a straight up robbery.
Okay.
No one's catching me.
Oh, so now you're okay.
Well, you said.
Go for it.
What did
Keep
you
going.
say?
I did say criminal, but I was more so talking like drug smuggler. But sure, you got to run.
There's some things you have to run for.
You got to jump fences. Can you jump?
Oh yeah.
White men can jump.
Big jumping guy, this guy. So yeah, as a common criminal, I'd be very successful. I don't think anyone would suspect me. I can run. I can jump. I've got a kind face, blue eyes.
I could run. I could jump. It's really about all I can do.
That's about it. Kind face, blue eyes, like I just said. Semi-decent personality. Not outspoken, but not overly outspoken. That would like tip somebody off. Like, oh, this guy's a little full of himself, right?
This guy doesn't shut the fuck up.
That too, right? I'm like right in the sweet zone.
You should sell drugs.
Sweet spot, not sweet zone.
Whichever.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
Nice.
Not a movie quote.
Not a movie quote. That's a commercial.
Anyway, so other than selling drugs, and no, Mom, I don't do drugs. I mean, what drugs do you do other than gluttony, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't do any drugs.
Gluttonous. Sugar, that's your drug.
I do love sugar.
Yeah, but you don't really eat it, so I'm just lying.
Sugar.
I'm spreading lies.
And water.
We already did that one.
Sugar and water. I don't think we did it on the actual podcast, though.
No, we did.
Last week?
Yep.
It wasn't actually last week, which is
I said sugar and water. You didn't acknowledge it?
Which is really trippy to me. Oh, I moved past it because we were talking about something else.
Yeah, we were talking about something, and you said sugar, and I said and water.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody got it.
I hope they get that.
But now they heard it twice, so...
Okay, well, we're going to move on from week 1 stuff. We're not going to stop referring to what we talked about last time because it's week 2, and today's Thanksgiving Day.
He's lying.
It's the next day.
It's not.
It is.
They don't expect us to record back-to-back days.
They don't need to know when we record.
They knew that was the day before Thanksgiving.
Correct. So today is the day of Thanksgiving.
Listen, we're proactive. We're not that proactive. This is not Thanksgiving
Day. We're
going
to give thanks. We are going to eat.
I'm not giving praise.
I am going to glutton.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving Day today.
Okay,
as
fine.
of right now.
Anyways.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Anyways, I'm thankful for...
Yeah, tell me.
Old Forester.
Old Forester. You guys listening and watching, if you could have...
And girls.
Oh, yeah. And our female
They like
viewers.
us, dude. They told us they laughed.
If you could have seen the sizable glass that Greg poured himself before we walked in here, you would have thought he had a problem. You thought I was a glutton. You would have thought you had a problem.
I didn't know how long we were going to be in here.
And it is a holiday, too.
I mean, it took us 8 months to record episode 1, so...
And it's a holiday.
I was like, episode 2 might take a real long time,
So you're allowed to have whatever you want on a holiday.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
To an extent.
To an extent. Now we should get serious.
Now we should get
We
serious.
should turn it up a notch.
So, with the holidays coming up, today obviously being Thanksgiving,
Yep.
you should be able to enjoy it. All right?
We're gonna
an extent.
We're gonna put the caveat on this conversation before we get real deep into it that this is not for a competitor in prep for a bodybuilding show. This is for any of our lifestyle clients, any of our bodybuilders that are in an off-season maintenance phase. What's the hot word now that people use? It's not off-season. Improvement season.
Improvement season.
Yeah, if you're in an improvement season, we're speaking to you here. We're not speaking to somebody in contest prep. We're talking about the holidays.
If you're in contest prep, I don't give a fuck if it's your wedding day.
I have to sneeze. Say something.
Blueberries.
Thank you.
You like that shit?
I would literally
It's so weird.
Smack you.
If I would have said oranges, I guarantee you it wouldn't work. I don't know why blueberries works.
I would have
I'm gonna say cockberries.
I would have wanted to hit you if I wasn't.
I wish you would.
If I wasn't, recording a podcast and didn't want to sneeze into my microphone. But I needed that. That was the one. This is the only type of time I'll ask you to stop me. When you do it in the
I'm
gym,
gonna test it tomorrow.
I get so pissed
and we're gonna see if you swing.
when you stop me from sneezing in the gym.
Listen, it's just funny though. But also, I'm doing everybody else around us a favor.
They say that a sneeze is an eighth of an orgasm or something like that.
I'm going to beg to differ.
I swear, you just don't like sneezing. There's some kind of literature out there. I'm not the scientist who came up with this.
We're gonna look this up.
But as a friend, you take that away from me every time you say blueberries when I'm looking at a light trying to sneeze. You know that.
Listen to me.
I'm gonna call your phone in the middle of the night all the time and take away your orgasm.
It's on Do Not Disturb.
I want to find a way to get back at you somehow.
Pop out from underneath my bed. Blueberries.
What are you doing?
So listen, dude.
Don't do that to your friends.
I hold in my sneezes, as you know. But it's not because... Okay, one, I do it to fuck with you a little bit, right? But two, I think sneezing's just gross, right? Like, you're in public and you sneeze. They tell you, cover, right? You don't want to cover with your hands because then you have shit all over your hands.
What do I normally do?
I don't pay attention. I just say it and you get mad at me. I never really actually see you sneeze often.
I don't enjoy it, right? Because it is gross, but I go inside my shirt or my sweatshirt.
Oh, that's right. You do go inside your shirt. But to me, again, gross, right?
I know.
No. Polite of you.
Yes.
You're taking the bullet, right?
Literally.
Like, now you know that there's possibly snot on the inside of your hoodie, which is now rubbing on your t-shirt. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
You know, especially if it's like 6 a.m. and you're going to be training until 5 p.m. That's horrible, right? So, most people don't do that, right? And they either sneeze here,
right,
or they sneeze here.
Right.
I'm not doing either. One, if I'm with a client, whoosh, oh, fuck, now I got to go run, sprint across the gym, wash my hands, whatever.
Right.
Or two, do it in my sleeve, which now there's potentially snot on my sleeve, right? Or just turn and do it in the air and it's spreading everywhere. COVID-19 is a real motherfucker, you know? So I'm not going to do that.
It's not.
Yeah, I know. So anyways, we're not going to get into that. So what I do is I just hold it in.
Yeah, and you're going to like...
I'm taking one for the team as you are. I'm just going a little deeper.
Well, we got two different teams, I guess, that we're taking it for.
Yeah, I'm just more selfish, I guess. I'm taking it for the people, but also taking one for myself.
Agree to disagree.
Sure. Anyways, holiday eating.
Holiday eating. Not a competitive bodybuilder.
Correct.
I think that this gets so overcomplicated because you have two extremes to this. Again, excluding competitive or in prep competitive bodybuilders. You have people who are in their off season who are quote unquote in improvement and bulking season.
I hate fucking bulking.
Whatever. Probably look at the holidays as a time to overeat, overindulge, and stuff their face. And then you have the lifestyle clients that we have that are trying to just find the balance of I want to eat and enjoy my holiday, but I don't want to lose the progress that I'm making in the gym, etc., etc. I think like some principles that not only help me explain to my clients to help them be successful throughout the holidays, I just think it's like it's the average person. It doesn't even have to be for either one of them. It's just keep...
Before we even say what we say to our clients, right? Because I don't think we've ever talked specifically on it, what you do word to your clients or what you advise, you know? So we can go into what you tell yours. I go into what I tell mine.
Sure.
But first and foremost, let's talk about what the average person does. I don't care if you're your avid gym goer or what have you. The average person, I don't even want to say the average American, worldwide, right? For any holiday, okay? They take that as an opportunity to just binge eat, right?
Sure.
And it usually doesn't stay true just to that day. It's usually carried on that entire weekend or what have you because they're at their aunt's house, they binge eat all day, sit on the couch, digest a little bit, binge eat some more, pack up some food, go home, eat a little bit more of that dessert, wake up the next day, eat the leftovers, and it's a 2-3 day process,
and
right?
It's not even eat, it's...
Well, eat, drink, everything, right? Possibly
so
meth.
We're talking about today, Thanksgiving, right? Last night, what do the kids call it?
Improvement season.
No.
Oh.
They do call it improvement season. Blackout Wednesday was yesterday.
Oh, today's Thanksgiving. Got it.
Today's Thanksgiving. So kids were going out drinking all night long last night. They're going to wake up today. They're not going to eat breakfast. They're going to go to their aunt's house, like you just said, Aunt Jemima. They're going to eat.
They canceled her. R.I.P.
Yeah, dude. That's sad.
I know. I miss her, dude. I won't even buy it now.
Bring her back.
Bring her back.
Let's start a petition.
Yeah.
Bring back Aunt Jemima.
Comment in about below if you want to bring back Aunt Jemima.
Okay. So they're going to Auntie's house. They're not eating all day. So it was drinking all night, waking up, not eating all day, going, stuffing their face for hours, sitting on a couch, watching sports. That's what most people do. I know you don't watch sports. A lot of people watch sports or just fall asleep after eating during the holiday. Or you split families and you get in a car and you drive to the other side of the family's party, your uncle's. And that, should I say it? You know what I was thinking. So I'll say it for the people that don't know or aren't inside our heads. Uncle Ben, who was also
they canceled him too.
Who was also canceled.
R.I.P. Man.
Rest in peace, Uncle Ben.
That was my guy too.
So you go to Uncle Ben's, and then you're doing the same thing over again. You're eating, you're being a glutton, and then, as Greg pointed out, you're taking home sweets, you're taking home leftovers. You're waking up the next day.
Keep going.
You're not getting back on your meal plan. You're not, again, because we're not talking about everybody who has a meal plan, but you're
not getting back to routine.
Right. You're waking up and you're going right back to those same foods again. And that might sound like an extreme to some, but there's a real easy to follow trend that happens around the holidays. And it's not just Thanksgiving. That's not just the blackout.
The trend essentially is from Blackout Wednesday or the weekend prior. Right. Okay, most people, are pretty much out of routine all the way through at least the beginning of January.
Right. Well, correct. And
That's the trend.
Those that are semi diligent will get back on track the week after Thanksgiving, and will be great up until Christmas week. And then Christmas week, it'll be Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the day after Christmas, which is normally observed by the same.
I'll be honest. Unless you're a competitor who's really true to your plan, most people from Christmas Eve are just straight gluttony until after the first.
Right.
You know?
But if we're talking about somebody who is trying to better
Correct. I'm talking general population, right? If you're a competitive person or competitive bodybuilder, off season, whatever, yes, odds are you're like, oh man, my coach knows I need to get back on plan.
Right.
You do your best to, right? But most
do not.
Yeah.
And then that's why this whole New Year's New Me trend starts January 1st, when all of these holidays come to an end and people realize the damage they've done. But I think what gets missed so easily, besides the average person, besides someone who isn't on any type of program, system, whatever, schedule, routine, whatever you want to say, besides that, the people that come to us and do pay us, the people that are diligent, that don't come to us or pay us, that follow a program, that they have their own meal plan, they have a routine that they're in every day of the week, they still get so thrown off by these events, these holidays, that some people don't even celebrate. But they still allow it to throw off their entire...
They use it as an excuse.
Absolutely. So we're going to take all excuses aside and give you a how-to get it done the right way.
You kind of already nailed it, though. It's just not overcomplicating it. You know, they're making it way too complex, and it's the point of, well, fuck it. Then, you know, if I can't enjoy it, then I'm just gonna eat whatever I want and fix it after. You know, and it's a downward spiral. You know, but it does not have to be complicated. You could enjoy. Again, we're gonna be very, very repetitive with this. Not somebody in a contest prep, but everybody else, okay? It should not be a day that you can't enjoy your family. You can't enjoy a meal with them, right? But it's what are you doing up throughout that day, up to that meal? Or I guess throughout that week, right? Making sure you're super diligent on top of everything, right? That morning, afternoon, whatever, until your dinner time with your family or whatever, right? And then what you're doing to get back on track right after, right? But before we even go into that, let's go into what do you typically advise to your client? What would you say?
You want my free coaching right now?
Give me like the Cliff Notes, dude.
Okay.
Did you have Cliff Notes?
No, I never used them actually. I know what they were. I don't know how to use computers.
He's not that much younger than me, but...
You already know. I have no idea how to use a computer. You're telling me to go find Cliff Notes on something. There were kids in my math class that were like, oh, I Googled the answers. And I was like...
What's Google?
You guys have computers? You know that... you guys are getting paid?
You guys are getting paid.
That was me. You know this movie. You guys are getting paid? That was me in math class. Like, how did you guys get all of this? Or English class with the Cliff Notes, and I read the entire book, and everybody else just read 6 pages. So the Cliff Notes version, I'll let you keep thinking, because as you did not do for me yesterday, when we recorded on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I'll let you think while I speak.
All right.
That way, there's not awkward silence.
Okay, keep going.
Answer.
I'll figure it out. We'll jump to it later.
Cliff Note version of what I would tell my clients: keep your schedule, keep your consistency. I tell all of my clients the holiday is their day. It's their day for their family. It's their day to do what they want with their people. I use this for birthdays. I use this for national holidays. Arbor Day, ain't cutting it. You're not eating for the trees. But national holidays, 4th of July, Christmas, Thanksgiving, I'm like, hey, Easter, go and enjoy that day with your family. Depending on the person, because every single person is different, and I know you pick up trends on your clients the longest you work with them.
For sure.
If it was a client that I know doesn't have as hard of a time getting back on track, can have a cheat meal and feel fine the next day and go, I'll tell him, hey, Monday through Wednesday, eat all your meals. Thursday, do what you want. Friday, you're back on meals again, right? And that sounds much easier said than done, But some people have the ability to do that. And that sounds very simple, but for some reason people just can't grasp that fact. Some other clients, I'm going to tell them, okay, you're going to Thanksgiving dinner at Auntie's house, right? I want you to wake up in the morning. I still want you to have meal one. Do whatever you need. Maybe we'll tell them to go work out in the morning if they are somebody who needs to get their body moving.
For sure.
Have meal one, go work out, come home, have a post-workout shake, then leave, then go enjoy the rest of your day. That way, there's some food in your system. You're not starving. When do we cheat?
When we're starving.
When we're starving, when we're hungry. So there's not an overindulgence or so much of an overindulgence that the person's getting sick from eating this food. There's food in their system. They get themselves and they keep themselves in that habit. That way, it's a lot easier the next morning to wake up and do the same thing over again rather than throwing that all out of whack. So each person's going to be a little bit different, but I think there's so many things that get missed through the cracks in explaining those things to people. It is not so black and white as I'm going to say that it is, but if you're somebody who eats 6 meals a day consistently, Monday through Friday, when you skip a meal, you slow your metabolism down. Again, it's not that black and white, but that's essentially what is happening to you. So for somebody to Monday through Friday eat 6 meals a day at the same time every single day, and then all of a sudden Saturday or holiday just not eat,
and then eat once or twice,
maybe eat once or twice. Let that roll into the Sunday as well. Not eat again. Maybe get one meal in. It's going to be really hard to get back to eating on Monday when you've taken those 2 days of slowing. Again, this is very layman's terms for what is actually happening inside the body. You're slowing that metabolism down, which is what makes it so much harder to get back to meals again come Monday morning, which then becomes more discouraging.
For sure.
And makes somebody not want to get back on track again. So it's whatever the type of person, the type of client, somebody looking to gain weight, somebody looking to lose weight, whatever that person's exact specific needs are, it's making sure you're, for me, creating a plan for them that's going to best suit them to enjoy the holiday with their friends and family, and then go and still find success the day, week, month after, instead of letting it stall worth everything that they've done so far.
And for those who don't fully understand, I know you're using layman's terms, right? So I'm not even going to make it more complex than that. But when he means slow your metabolism down, he's, to reiterate a little bit more in depth, he's talking about your overall digestion, right? The rate that you're breaking things down. So again, you're going eating 5-6 times a day to eating once or twice. And again, much higher calorically dense meals at a time, right? To 1 to 2 meals. Okay, what's going to happen is going back the next day and trying to get your 5 to 6 meals in, it's not going to happen. It's not. So that person typically, and this is why I don't typically, not saying that you're wrong, right? Because
sure,
again, it's based on how well you know your clients and what you know that they are capable of doing, right? So you approaching that is great if you have people who are that good at staying on track and getting right back to it, right? But what I was going to say is, a lot of the times they'll wake up the next day, they'll try and get their meals in, they'll be halfway through meal one and still didn't digest everything from the day before and be like, fuck this. And they just basically don't eat for 3, 4, 5 more hours. And then they start eating bad again, or I got to make calories up. And they're thrown off, not just for 1 or 2 days, but for an entire week. And now that's a week of progress that we've lost. So I'm not going to reiterate into too much detail on what I do, because for the most part, it's exactly what you do, right? The only difference is I don't tell people unless it's someone like you, right? Which Pat is a very rare example. All year round, off-season contest prep, Pat is eating chicken and rice, zucchini, and avocado for breakfast at 7 a.m. Doesn't change, right? When I called him gluttonous earlier, it's because he likes pastries. That doesn't mean that he binge eats on them, right? That's the one thing that when you give him a cheat, he'll go and have, other than his off-season Friday pizza, right? Mm-hmm. But anyways.
Which will be tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, because today is Thanksgiving, yep. Thursday. So, pizza tomorrow sounds great.
Yeah, it does.
Anyways, what I typically do is the same as you. I tell everybody, hey, listen, it's a day for your family. Enjoy, right? I want them to have freedom, whether it's having a couple of cocktails with their old man or it's, enjoying their food, whatever holiday it is, you know. But I do tend to tell all clients, okay, other than the obsessive, freakish clients like you, okay, to pretty much stick to plan. If you know you're going to a brunch for Christmas or whatever the holiday is, all right, your first meal is typically at 6 a.m. You're going to eat that, blah, blah, blah. Your 12 or 1 o'clock meal that you're going to brunch at, eat what you can comfortably at brunch. Don't care what it is. Enjoy it, right? When it's time to eat again, go back to your meals, right? Same thing if it's a later meal. You're going to eat meal 1, 2, 3, 4 all the same. You're going by Aunt Jemima's house at 6. Go ahead, eat what you can, have some food, have some dessert, have a cocktail or two, whatever, right? Then right back to plan. Only because what I've realized is trying to give those a little bit more flex, saying, hey, listen, like, I know you're in off season. I know you're pretty good at being motivated and diligent, right? A lot of the time, though, if you tell them and they haven't done it before and learned the hard way, if it's their first real off season or, you know, what have you, right? What they typically do is they do go overboard thinking they will be able to go right back and execute properly the next day, and they can't. And that leads to another 3, 4, up to a week, right? Of just fucking up, you know?
Because if you give a mouse a cookie, we should use the fire analogy. Do you use the fire analogy?
I mean, I use a lot of fire analogies, but depends what we're talking.
Fire, not emojis.
Okay.
People use a lot of fire emojis nowadays.
I don't.
I said people.
Unless I'm talking to my wife, you know.
Nice.
Big meech.
Hashtag brownie points. No, I use the blueberries, that you just said. Oh, under the bed.
You said brownie points, so I thought about you popping your head out from underneath my bed.
I hope that image comes to haunt you now.
Motherfucker.
Yep. Like the fire example of your metabolism digestion.
Okay. You're going into metabolism. Got it.
I think I use this all the time with my clients. If you've worked with me, you've probably heard me say this at least once or twice before. I'm relating your body's ability to digest, break down, metabolize food to building a fire. Those of you that have built a fire, you will understand this. Those of you who have not, please YouTube how to build a fire or go back to the Boy Scouts or brownies.
Were you a Boy Scout?
No.
Oh.
Never, dude.
I could see you selling popcorn door to door.
Dude, I used to make fun
Blue little fucking...
I made fun of my brother so much for being a Boy Scout, and I made fun of my sister so much for being a Girl Scout.
My sister was a Girl Scout, but I think for like a year.
You could catch me on the field, not selling cookies and popcorn.
I get it.
My brother was like a Wolf Scout, I think.
I don't even know what that is. And he made... I don't think I want to know what that is.
Pinewood Derby. He made a little go-kart thing, and he raced them.
Oh, dude.
That was actually pretty cool.
I was saying I was jealous. I saw people do that at my school, and I was like, man, I should have done Boy Scouts.
So
they got pocket knives, you know. I was stealing my parents' knives, you know.
I was in the kitchen taking knives out and putting them under my bed.
Putting them in my belt.
Stabbing myself when I sat down. It was great. No, I was jealous of that. That was the one time of year where I was like, oh, I kind of want to be a Boy Scout. And then anything else they said, I was like, I don't want to be a Boy Scout. I just want to build and race my car.
I get it, dude. So anyways, you're building fires.
Building fires. So, unfortunately, if you've never built a fire, you won't understand this reference.
I just didn't want to keep talking about Boy Scouts and then possibly make fun of them and then upset anybody listening, or specifically your brother.
The Boy Scouts of America coming after us, which we don't want.
We'll be canceled.
They're a huge organization.
They are.
So, building a fire, keeping a fire burning, your metabolism, your digestion, how you're breaking down food. We want to keep your body running optimally. So when we've trained your body to eat, let's just say the average person, not even a competitive bodybuilder, 4 meals a day, 3 meals and a snack per day. Your body is burning through that optimally. It's digesting everything the right way. It's getting through it. You wake up the next morning, you're hungry again, you're ready to go.
Good sign.
It's all working really, really well. That's the fire burning beautifully. When we stop feeding our body and stop putting logs onto the fire will slowly start to die. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Make sure you're on the same page as me. You weren't a Boy Scout. As same thing happens when you overeat and overstoke a fire. So just because wood burns, throwing more wood onto a fire does not automatically mean the fire will just continue to burn and go. You'll actually end up...
Unless it's covered in kerosene.
Different story.
Okay, got it.
You know what a great... Should I use that analogy?
Kerosene?
Think about what the kerosene would be in the bodybuilding world.
Okay, got it.
Did you get it?
I got it.
Yeah.
Let her rip.
We don't need... Should we?
No, you're fine.
Yeah, we won't go into it. But
Cliffhanger.
that's a good topic.
Cliffhanger.
That's a good topic to get into. You could throw all that food in there and still throw the kerosene on it, and it'll burn up.
We'll get there another episode.
Yeah, that's not for today. This is about holidays and family.
We don't mix kerosene with holidays.
And Thanksgiving. Throwing too much wood onto a fire will also still make the fire die because it's too much for it to handle.
Suffocate it.
So, same thing happens with food. When you overeat, your body will not be able to digest, break down, metabolize the food. You won't get hungry again as quickly. Your body won't process it the way it's supposed to process it. So, if you think of it as the analogy, as this, I want to continually stoke my fire so that my body can utilize it and I can continue to have this nice burning fire to keep me warm. That's for the fire. We don't want to stay warm from the food. Think of that when you're choosing your foods, choosing your cheat meals, choosing your holiday eating habits. You can find success that same way. Like I said, you wake up, you still have your first 2 meals as normal. You're giving your body what it needs to start burning the right way. You're not holding off from eating, letting this fire die, and then once this fire is about to die, all of a sudden you put 15 logs on it, you suffocate it, and then the fire just dies out. That's somebody who doesn't eat all day long and then tries to eat a pound and a half of turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, gravy with...
And that's what I was just going to brush on, is for those who are not picking up his fire analogy, what he's saying is keep that fire burning, keep things ignited, constantly keep eating and feeding it, right? Because when you do what he just said and you starve yourself all day, which many people do, and they think that we won't catch on to it, right? They'll be like, oh, well, I'm just going to cheat for so-and-so's birthday and I'm going to go out and I'm going to do this. And they'll literally starve themselves hours all day long, whether they eat once or twice throughout the day and then save it for later, or they just don't eat at all and then you go and you binge eat, okay? You're doing more damage than good. You're fucking yourself up. And that's I think that's what you were trying to get at the end of that.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to give the picture, right? Create an image for those that are like, well, that doesn't make sense. Why can't I just have this one meal? It'll help me. Again, it is not...
No, but having that one meal is fine. And
as long as you...
if you're on your A game, it could be actually beneficial, right?
Absolutely.
Whole other topic.
Yeah.
We don't want to confuse the people here.
But I wanted to create that image.
But if they starve all day and then have that one meal...
Correct.
Tenfold, right?
So that was what...
That's where it's just going to be a downward spiral.
Correct. That was the analogy, right?
Was that where you were throwing too many logs in the fire?
Too many logs was the person who doesn't
Okay.
eat and then just eats way too much and then suffocates the fire.
Yes,
The fire
okay.
dies.
Yep.
It's the same thing for your metabolism and digestion.
Listen, I'm new in this Boy Scout. Trying to make sure I was following along what you were trying to say.
You followed along perfectly.
Perfect. Hey, roll
I
those
was going to
sleeves out,
say
dude.
swimmingly, but that didn't work.
See, I said that again because your sleeves.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
I had
But that's not a Thanksgiving shirt.
I can never say that to you because you don't ever wear sleeves.
Well, it's because I started working out again.
Yeah, you gotta show the people.
You know what I mean?
Let everybody know who's...
In all honesty, dude,
Let everybody know who input one is, right?
that's me.
Don't wear sleeves and...
Listen, when you look this good, Pat, one day you won't have to wear sleeves.
I wouldn't know. I'll never know.
You probably never will know.
I'll never look this good.
You'll never look this good. Sorry.
You'll never get this.
I'm going to be honest with you, though. I was going to wear sleeves today. That's why I texted you. Mm-hmm. Pat was downstairs, and I just got out of the shower, right? And I was like, hey, man, what are you wearing?
And me from underneath his bed said...
Blueberries.
Blueberries.
He said, nothing too scandalous. Why? Unfortunate.
So
but
that's why Greg had to wear a scandalous...
I got scandalous.
Yeah.
But no, we end up matching randomly all the time. It's because majority of our stuff are either supplement companies or GVL Fitness, P-Fit, the Warehouse Gym. It's always one of our companies or a friend's company or what have you, right? We wear a lot of the same clothes, or it's Nike or Jordan, right? So I wanted to make sure, because at work we show up to the gym often wearing either the same thing or something very similar. So I texted him to make sure we weren't wearing it, right? Yeah. That's not why I didn't wear sleeves. But when I was thinking about what to wear, last time it got real hot in here real quick with this door shut.
I was sweating right when we started the episode.
See?
The whole blueberry thing, I got so warm when I started laughing about being under your bed, and I was like, I don't know if I'll make it the whole time with this on. But thanks to some high quality H2O, I have cooled myself a little bit, and I feel good now. But I was not feeling good when we started this.
Yeah, that's why I'm not wearing sleeves. I almost didn't wear pants.
I was just about to say, I'm going to start not wearing pants when we do
It
this.
might get weird, but...
It's in like the safe... like
You were in a Boy Scouts, I'm not too worried about it.
confined wall. Are there bad things with Boy Scouts?
I don't know. Sounds like it would be.
You're insinuating that there are bad things happening
Listen,
with
I've
Boy
heard
Scouts
stories,
in
dude.
America. They're for sure coming after us
They
now.
were already coming after us anyways when you started ruining their fire process.
Yeah.
Anyways, so long story short, guys.
Fire starter alarms are cheating too, just like butane. We're on to you guys. We know what you're up to. Did you think of the quote that I said?
What'd you even say? I don't remember now.
You guys are getting
You got
paid?
free? Oh, paid.
You got free?
You got free? Hold on, say it again.
You guys are getting paid?
Fuck, dude.
And the only other line I know gives it way too away.
I've seen it though, for sure.
Yes.
Give me like something, some sort of
It's gonna give
context.
it
Dude.
away.
I don't even hear a voice, but I know the line. You guys are getting paid?
You guys are getting paid?
I want to say it's a Happy Madison production.
I'm gonna set a scene for you, and this is gonna give.
Was
it
that right
away.
though? Happy Madison Productions?
No.
No? Okay.
I'll set a scene for you. Barbershop.
You guys are getting paid?
Give me. No, that's not the scene.
Oh, okay.
This is another scene in the movie. Early on in the movie, just like you gave me an early on scenario, I'm gonna give you an early on.
I got my thinking cap on.
I need a haircut. I need it to look like.
Oh man, this is Meet the Millers.
We're
the Millers.
We're the Millers.
We're the Millers. Yeah.
Yep. I didn't even have to say any of the
Motherfucker,
words.
dude. You're right though.
You guys are getting paid?
You guys are getting paid. Yep. The boy says it. What's his name?
Yeah, I don't know. He's got crazy
The
eyebrows.
one that gets bit by the
He's
tarantula.
like this all
Yeah.
the time. He's always like this. He's always so angry looking.
Dude, that barbershop season
So
wow.
funny.
They should lay off the bourbon. That barbershop scene. What he's like.
I think he says, I want a haircut that looks like an average 35-year-old man, divorced, unhappy. He says something.
Yeah, he's like, hates his job, comes home to his miserable wife,
And
blah,
the
blah,
guy-
blah, blah. And the guy's
raised his
like,
hand.
yeah, that was perfect. Great movie, dude.
Burn the turkey?
That's Santa Claus.
Nice,
Yep.
dude. That's
Dude.
a good one.
Bro,
That's a classic.
come on. If you don't know Tim Allen quotes,
Yeah.
get the fuck out. I'm surprised you haven't worn the flannel yet.
I wore it to a party.
It would really give away the input too, though.
If I wore a flannel?
Al Borland. He's
I
for sure.
am like Al.
If there was an input 1 and 2,
If
in
I
Home
could have
Improvement-
your beard
They're
and
gonna say my
my
arms.
flannel. No, dude.
Oh.
Your beard and my flannel, I'm basically Al Borland.
What about my beard before my cousin refused to cut it?
And then the thing happened.
People don't forget.
Love that movie.
See, people don't even know, dude. They're not ready for this.
People
dude.
don't forget.
That was like the 5th grade.
Who would have thought that was a Franco? What a great casting for that.
I didn't know that until you told me.
Yeah, that's a Franco.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Not the.
Not the. That's not
Obviously,
the.
yes.
Uh.
Big difference.
Huge.
Fucking James Franco, dude. That's my guy.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, that guy. So, I think we basically covered what I wanted to get across with the.
Well, why don't we cover what I want to get across?
Okay, go ahead.
Not
Those are my 2 points. Because I think that gets.
misconstrued.
Yeah, I just think it gets lost. I honestly think because it is a holiday, it's not even that it gets lost. I think people just don't care.
Listen, let me give you a quick rundown, right? I'm not going to repeat the points we already made because people already get the idea, right?
Don't repeat.
Keep the fire burning. Don't starve yourself to binge eat one meal or don't just binge eat all day, right? They get that,
Yeah.
okay? But at the end of the day, all right, and now I'm going into more of our off-season competitors, right? This is not your lifestyle client who's just living happy on life, wants to be healthy or whatever, you know.
Sure, yes.
We're going to have a little bit more flex on them,
Yeah.
right?
We're talking about the guys that come to us and say, I want to go pro.
No, you don't.
You don't know what you want yet. You're 24 years old.
Listen, and some of them do and some of them prove it, right?
You don't even have a job yet.
But for those who say, I want to go pro, okay? And they just finished a competition or they're, what have you. They're in their off season, right?
You love saying what have you.
Yeah, you know what, dude, listen.
You sandbagging son.
You sandbagging son of a bitch.
You what?
Motorboater, didn't you?
You, what have you saying?
So, I don't want to be too harsh, right? Because I think some people don't truly know.
I'll be harsh.
No, listen.
Oh, okay.
I think we were harsh already by saying that they don't want to go pro when they say they do. And that's a whole other story because some people want to go pro for the wrong reasons. Whole other episode, right?
Yeah.
We can talk for 7 hours about that.
That could
right?
be a be about it episode.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, be about it, dude.
Hashtag be about it,
bitch. But okay, getting serious now. Game face, dude. All right. You know what the game face is. All right, good. All right, you didn't put yours on, so I'm just making sure.
Mine's already on.
Oh, okay. you were ready.
I've been locked and loaded.
You were ready, dude. All right. So again, not everyone wants to be a pro bodybuilder. I get it, but for those who say they want to be a pro, okay. If you really wanted to be a pro, being a gluttonous fuck on every occasion that you have the excuse to do so, knowing that it's making you take step backs to your end goal, you wouldn't do it, right? You would be like, hey, no, like I'm going to be on my A game. I'm still going to get my lifting today. I'm going to do my cardio, maybe a little extra even, right? I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to go to Aunt Jemima's, right? And I'm going to eat my one meal, whatever. I'm going to go home and I'm going to have my last meal out of my Tupperware that's prepped and ready to go. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to fucking kill it. That's what you would do. Not, oh, I want to be a pro, coach. I want to be a pro, blah, 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 blah. But every birthday in your family, every holiday, whatever, you find a reason to literally just go off the deep end for 1 to 3 days.
I'll take one step further.
Yeah, dude.
Every date night with your girlfriend.
Yep.
Every Friday night with the boy. What's Saturday?
Whatever, dude.
Kids say Saturdays are for the boys. Every Saturday with the boys. It's, you find a way to make an excuse for not putting your goals and your bodybuilding first, for wanting to have fun and enjoy something and enjoy life. And
that's the hard fucking reality though, and I think that most people can't swallow that, right? Like, if you want to be a pro bodybuilder, you don't have the balance that people preach, right? Yes, we have our lifestyle clients who we preach balance to, right?
No, hold on. Balance is just very skewed.
Yes, that's what I mean.
You would have the balance.
Balance would be going to that holiday and having your meal. Control.
Then going home and 2 hours later still eating a beef and rice meal. Not going home and saying, well, I did eat a lot of calories there, so I probably don't need these calories.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, those calories weren't important to you.
Those calories were useless to you.
The calories from your meal that actually have adequate amount of protein, good source of carbohydrates, healthy source of fat, micronutrients from your veggies, those are the calories that matter. Not the, what is that white dish that people make? It's like,
I don't do white people shit, dude.
I know, I don't eat it. It's
white people dish. Did you say white people or white?
White people.
Oh.
What did you think I said?
No. You said that white dish though, right?
White people dish.
Because at first I was like mashed potatoes. I mean, no, like I kind of fuck with those, you know?
No, I said white people dish. It's, I don't know the name for it. They put marshmallows on sweet potatoes.
That's disgusting.
It's like a thing where they eat marshmallow sweet potato dish. It's all
the flick of the wrist.
Nice. They eat stuff like that.
I don't know if I've seen this.
Those calories are not the like. Oh, I had 4 servings.
It's called sticky yams.
Sticky bandits. Those aren't the calories we're talking about.
That's not going to benefit you. That's not going to make you a better bodybuilder.
That's what separates the competitive bodybuilder who's in this improvement season from the guy who's just going to get on stage every year and bring the same package over and over again. It's the guy that says, okay, well, I had my meal. I enjoyed this time with my family. I'm still going to get back on.
Yeah, that's the balance. Yes.
That meal
going home
was the balance.
Yep.
And then still going back
and that's what I meant by that. Balance, again, like you said, is skewed. Balance doesn't mean going and binge eating and doing whatever. Or, like you said, okay, having that free meal and then just forgetting the rest of them. You know, it means having that free meal being a human for a moment, right?
Yeah.
And then going right back to what is going to make you better.
Right.
And again, this is not for everybody, but neither is being a professional bodybuilder, right?
Absolutely.
So if you are someone who's saying they want to be a professional,
Yep.
you should be taking every opportunity to get better,
Right.
not finding excuses to cheat.
Right.
And that's the problem is I feel like a lot of people that are in an off season, okay, just moving away from holidays at this point, right?
Right.
I think people are bored of Thanksgiving.
We did the Thanksgiving thing. We're going to celebrate after this. We're not going to eat sweet potato marshmallow
Sticky Bandits
casserole. Yeah. But just off season in general, to do the things that it takes to become that pro, it's not balanced. It's not 5 days a week. It's 7 days a week, 365 days a year, doing the same. It's monotonous, doing the same things over and over and over. And your balance is tonight's Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to eat my Thanksgiving dinner, enjoy myself, have a drink, have a piece of apple pie. People eat on Thanksgiving.
I think it's pumpkin, but I don't fuck with that either. I do apple.
Okay, so have a slice of apple pie.
Thank you.
And then I'm still going to go back and have a protein shake with oats and peanut butter and maybe some banana in it slam that before I go to bed tonight, because I still need to get the right amount of protein. I still need to get some good fuel in me.
Is this before or after their tart cherry juice?
Oh. I just thought of mixing tart cherry juice with protein powder in it.
Any more brain busters?
Made me sick in my
Esophagus.
esophagi. But to cap off that conversation, to end that, if you want to do what it takes to be a pro, just remember, being a pro bodybuilder is being a...
It's a job.
Hold on.
All right, dude. Hey, I get it. When he talks...
Thank you. You're learning. Is still being a professional athlete. If you think that you could have been a professional football player by...
Harder.
Listen, but let me just finish.
No, I'm going to talk a lot of shit after this.
Let me
Go
finish
ahead.
my point.
Yep.
But you know what I mean? Like, listen, you didn't have what it took to be a professional football player because you went to practice in high school and complained about practice every day and then never did anything else to better yourself as a football player, and you didn't make it as a professional football player. What makes you think you can take that same mentality into bodybuilding and go and be a professional bodybuilder? It ain't gonna work.
Can't.
It's not.
Can I talk about shit now?
Go for it. I
think... Before you jump down my throat, because I know you're a big field fairy, right?
World Cup's going on right now.
Hey, shout out to the World Cup.
You guys think today
Pele.
You guys think today is
Does he still play
Thanksgiving?
soccer?
So tomorrow the USA plays England. Big game.
Is Pele still a guy?
He's actually in the hospital right now.
R.I.P. Pele.
No, he's not dead yet.
Oh.
Not doing well. He is on hospice in Brazil.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the World Cup's going on, so they're talking about it a lot right now. Not doing well. Prayers go out to Pele.
Since it's not really Thanksgiving and you keep lying to the people,
It's Thanksgiving.
is Pele already in the hospital?
No, he seriously is in the hospital.
No, like already though. We're in future time right now.
No, absolutely, he's in the hospital.
All right. So, anyways, where I was going to get at is I think being a professional bodybuilder is harder than being any other professional athlete. Mm-hmm. Do you agree?
Absolutely, I agree.
Okay. Now, for those who don't know what I'm about to get at, I don't mean that the skill set itself, okay, is more challenging, right? Like to be a professional football player or baseball player, right? Like it's years and years and years of learning skill sets, okay? But let's say you have the talent to be any professional you want, okay? Mm-hmm. You have the talent to be a professional football player, fighter, baseball player, hockey player, bodybuilder, what have you. Mm-hmm. Again, with the what have you, dude. Man.
A big one.
Dude, moving forward, every time I say what have you, you gotta flick me as hard as you can in the nose.
Okay.
I'm being serious. On the cam. You got a hard flick, dude. All right. I'm not gonna say the...
You're a big what
word.
have you, girl.
I'm not gonna say it. Anyways. Reason being, though, and I know professional football players, okay? I do, man.
Don't name them.
I'm not gonna name them.
Until they come on the show, they don't get any free clout.
All right, I won't name them. No professional fighter, right? I see how these people live their lives, okay? I've played pretty much every sport, right? Like, again, not at a professional level, not even close, but I've seen the in-season, out-season of all of it, right? Mm-hmm. And where you have to be the most meticulous is bodybuilding. Because, again, your off-season is just as important as your contest prep season, right? So It's literally sticking to your routine day in, day out. Sticking to your diet day in, day out, right? When you're a professional football player, you'd think that they're meal prepping. Do you think that they're weighing their protein portions, carb portions? No. Right? After a game, do you think they're going home and eating egg whites? Nope. What are they doing? They're probably going out getting burgers and...
I've seen the videos. Have you ever seen those?
I've seen it. Again, dude, I know professionals, dude. I don't need the videos, Fat. All right? Fat. I get the Snapchats,
Greg
dude.
just called me fat.
I did. Did I?
Yeah. He said, I've seen the videos, fat.
Dude, that was that hefty pour, bro.
Big pour, dude.
Listen, Fat.
Listen, you guys might think that looks like a small cup, but that's 12 fluid ounces.
Probably more. Anyways, so they have... Again, there's obviously different reasons as to why bodybuilders have to be more on point, right? A football player is not taking off his shirt and being shredded, and not going to happen. He doesn't have dug out hamstrings. He might have fucking crazy development in his lower body, right? But you're not training to see specific detail in certain areas, right? So the process is completely different. These guys are going out and they're partying on a weekly basis. They're drinking on a weekly basis. They're eating whatever the fuck they want, not just on the weekend, but during the week, right? No other sport other than bodybuilding do you have to be on your A game 6 to 7 days a week.
Every day.
I'm giving a little flex, dude.
Every day.
I'm saying there's genetic freaks, okay?
But
7 days a week. We'll say that,
for
dude.
Non-genetic freaks, every day.
I wanted to not overdo it. You know what I mean?
Every day.
Just whatever.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more.
It's hard.
Very, very hard.
Look at Conor McGregor right now.
Who?
Okay, Conor McGregor.
Okay. Give the joke.
I would have slapped you, dude. All right, he's probably 30 pounds heavier than where he fights. Okay, he's going out. He's got videos up of him partying, drinking, whatever. Name a professional bodybuilder that you see that. You don't. Why? Because guess what? The next year, they're probably not going to be better.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's, dude, and that's the thing.
And to that point, let's be honest with you. This Connor you speak of also isn't in his prime either.
Well, yeah. Agreed. But I don't really follow sports, so that's the first who came to mind.
I fully understand everything that you're saying.
Yes.
Because that's what needs to happen in bodybuilding. And everybody, it's very easy to say, I want to go pro in bodybuilding.
And that's it. You said that's what has to happen in bodybuilding. Right. And it is happening in bodybuilding at a professional level.
Correct.
But guess what? Why can't everybody be a professional? Because majority of the people who say they want to be pro don't realize what the few who make it actually do year round.
Absolutely.
And when they do realize it, it's either too late or they find out that maybe they're not about that life.
Wow. They can't be about it.
They talk about it, they ain't about it.
They can't be about it.
They're peanut butter and jealous.
They are peanut butter and jealous.
You like that?
Yeah, man. All peanut butter and jammed up.
Yeah, man.
I'm jealous. I love that line. That's
one
of my favorite lines.
Dude, that's another fucking James Franco thing. Well, the other one was his brother.
The other one was old Dave Franco. This was
his
James
brother, right?
Franco. Yes, this was James Franco. Are we both sipping it? We can't both sip at the same time because this is a podcast and people need to hear our voices.
Sip your shit, dude.
All right, well, now that you're not sipping, I can sip.
Well, anyway, so you got to hear my voice now. What we're going to say at this point, guys, is if you are in off season right now, be about that fucking life.
Nut up or shut up.
Yeah, legit. Nut up or shut the fuck up, because I'm tired of everyone saying, I want to go pro, I want to go pro, I want to go pro, I want to go pro. And then see them on Snapchat or Instagram or whatever, literally at the club at 3 a.m. with fucking Grey Goose bottles and fucking girls all around them, whatever. Good for you, but guess what? It's not going to get you where you want to be.
That's one of my... It frustrates me, but it is one of the funniest parts of our job. Is that...
How contradicting
our clients,
everyone's actions are.
Our clients are our friends on social media, and they'll talk about wanting to go pro, and then we'll see our clients out doing things that pros do not do.
Yep.
And
when's the last time?
When are you?
When's the last time you saw Derek Lungsford in a strip club?
I mean,
I was there with him yesterday, but
I think he's a big.
He is.
Yeah, so I don't think he's going to strip clubs.
All right, dude. When's the last time you saw Big Ramy in a strip club?
I think that's also, it's not this, but it's like a, you know what I mean?
It's another sign.
Whole nother, yeah.
Jesus Christ, I can't
You're
win,
picking
dude.
very religious people.
All right, dude. How about Nick
Stop.
Walker?
We get
right?
it. We get it.
Exactly. They're not living that life.
No.
Okay? Their balance is exactly what we said. It's sitting down at Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, whatever.
Actually, that was a perfect example you just said is Nick Walker.
Well, thank God
If
he didn't tell me to stop naming anybody.
If anybody follows Nick Walker or listens to anything he says, all this guy talks about, and listen, he might not articulate himself the best at times. Not fair to say.
I thought you were going to say that he's really, really over wearing these True Blues, dude, but
He does wear them a lot. But,
I know. Poor shoes probably stink, dude.
he doesn't articulate himself the best. But all you ever hear this guy talk about is the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
But do you want to know why all he talks about is the Cheesecake Factory?
Tell him, Pat.
Because that's how simple it needs to be. He's not going out to clubs. He's not going off the deep end. He's not going off and doing all these crazy things. He wants to be Mr. Olympia. So his balance is, hey, you can go have a cheat meal at the Cheesecake Factory. And to him, it's like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing I'm going to.
And what does he get?
This is my
a burger.
Probably.
No, he does.
He might get. I don't know.
No, he does.
I don't follow him that closely.
Me either.
But that's a perfect example of like this guy looks forward to the Cheesecake Factory. You and I have been to the Cheesecake Factory. I don't really care for it too much.
Yeah, no.
Listen, you can't have all those cuisines in one place. What are you doing?
She's showing me her candy canes on her pants.
She does have candy canes all over her pants. You think she's gonna back that booty up?
Hey, back that booty up.
Yeah.
We got to get her in there on one of these. We'll interview
Yeah,
her.
we're gonna interview Alessandra and
Yeah.
ask her all about backing that booty up.
Listen, dude.
Listen.
That's my daughter, dude.
It's what she does.
She bags that booty up. She gets it from me. It's not her
All right.
mom.
On that note, we need to go 10 to candy canes.
Yeah, but real quick.
Okay?
Real quick.
Real quick.
I was going to say something. All right?
Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory. You were talking about it having to be that simple, right? And I want people to understand, though, that, again, we are at this point talking about people who want to be pro bodybuilders, right?
Right.
Others, yes, you can have a little bit more balance, okay? But those who say that this is literally what their life is about, I don't understand. And maybe you could shed some light on this for me, okay?
Because I'm in it.
Yeah, dude, you're trying to be a professional bodybuilder. This is your overall winner for the Continental USA hoodie.
First time.
Because you're a wannabe professional bodybuilder. I said it.
Is that technically what I am?
I guess.
Because I'm not a professional.
But you want to be.
Yeah. I'm a spice girl.
But the difference is
I'm a spice girl of bodybuilding.
The difference is, though, you talk about it, but you are about it. You know what I mean? You do nut up or shut up.
I try.
Yeah. So you're good. Don't worry. You're in the clear. That wasn't even an insult.
Thanks, dude.
All right. But what I was going to say is I don't understand why, if that's really your end goal, why they find the excuse. Do you think it's because they're that naive that they think that it'll still happen? Or do you think that it's because they really don't want to be a pro? They're just doing it for the gram.
It's both. They really don't understand, and they're just doing it because it's cool right
And
now.
that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Wake the fuck
To
up.
call all of you out. Here's who's been doing it. No. The
Let me
whole list.
pull up my scroll.
Yeah. We're going to put all your names on this board.
Listen, you guys know who you are, all right? And we're not just calling out our clients. When I say you guys know who you are, people who have never even met us, who potentially maybe listen to this podcast or watching, check us out on YouTube.
Yeah, go watch.
If this is what you want your life to be about, I'm sorry, but it's not fucking easy, and that's why not many people can do it. It's really that simple, you know? And at the end of the day, I mean, it can be done. I have people who literally have just competed for their first time this year with me, okay? Beginning in November shows. Today is Thanksgiving. evidently, right?
Today.
Today. And guess what? They didn't gain a fucking pound on Thanksgiving. And I have others who've been competing with me for years, and we're up close to 10 pounds.
Sweet.
They are mid-reverse diet, right? And they are handling it way better than people who've been claiming to want to be pros for years.
It's a sweet potato marshmallow thing.
That's it, dude.
White people food.
I was going to say it, man, but I think that...
I said it for you.
We're getting canceled by everybody now. We're getting canceled by the whites. We're getting canceled by the Boy Scouts, dude.
Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben.
It's all right, dude. It's whatever.
We had a good run.
We had a good run, man.
So, go.
Back to under my bed.
Back down to the bed I go.
That's it.
Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Apparently on the podcast platforms, 5-star reviews is what we're looking for.
That'd be what we're looking for.
Please give us 5-star reviews if you listen and you enjoyed the podcast. If you didn't enjoy the podcast, just buzz off and don't give a review.
Yep. And he said buzz off because he doesn't swear, but I'm going to say fuck off. But anyways, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
yep.
YouTube. All right. Find the link in our link tree at the Bodybuilding and Business Instagram.
Yep.
And again, as always, comment in the below section of the video. Let us know some things that you want to hear about in future episodes. Mm-hmm. And other than that,
if you want to see us actually build a fire, send us a fire building kit and we'll do it.
Pat's going to do it. And that's it.
Yeah. Until next time.
Blueberries.
That's all, folks.